Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Welcome back for Eco. Last time we played Eco, I was expanding my kitchen, I think. Hey Marshall, welcome. Thanks for claiming first. I think I was expanding my kitchen to prep for the advanced cooking stuff and to get that started. Made a bit more progress on it since then. I think that was last Thursday maybe. So I'm going to give you a quick look at what I'm doing. And then we might and get some of my cooking started, and then probably fly around and take a look at what everybody else is up to, and then we can go from there. So let's pop in. How are you doing tonight, Marshall? All right, so here we are at my base. As you can see, I did a bit of groundwork, some changes here. The building is still mostly the same as it was last week, except that I did raise the roof another block level on the right side here, on the wood side, the house side of the building. Hey, Og, welcome. So you were just launching Eco. You hopping in too? So I put a little bit of a gravel or crushed. It kind of looks like crushed asphalt almost. It's the crushed basalt, which I'm mining out from under my house. Of course, I've been mining out below here. And then I just did some like decorative effect here with the dirt and things, just to kind of make it look a little like something. And then I'm using these ladder pieces as fences because there is no fence piece in the hewn logs, so a lot of people just use those. Before we go upstairs and into the house, hey, Cowdy Nightmare, welcome. I did move, this building's the same as it was, this part of the room is the same as it was before. I did move my other two tables in here, though, just to get them out from outside, but I added the blue room. The blue room is here, where I make some of the new advanced cooking food. It looks like I also need to put some more coal in the fire there. But I can make a bunch of cooked stuff here. A lot of it's kind of like a lot of like wrap type stuff. There's goody enchiladas. There's banjiao. Somebody correct me if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Bison chow fun, which it takes whole bison, so I'm probably not going to make it. Although it's only 1.1 each in each set of 4, so maybe it's not that bad actually. If I can get a hold of some whole bison, I might do so. Boiled sausage, which has been kind of a hit lately, because actually I should set up some more. How many more can I set up? Not that many, unless oh, he's got 74 of them. Okay, yeah, we'll go buy some sausages, and we'll round this out. I also need to make some more meat stock when we go upstairs. Remind me. Corn fritters, elk tacos. Fried hair haunches, poke bowl, and which I would need to have some tuna for that. I can also refine tallow, which is not worth it. Tallow right now it's a byproduct of bacon, so it's either very expensive or not very expensive, depending on how you look at it. But for 9.9 tallow, unless I get a lot of tallow, I would like it to make 9.9 tallow to make one. Oil is probably not really worth it. I can buy oil from TZ for 0.7 credits, and she has 185 available, so that's fine. Seared meat is something else I know I need to make some more of, and we can buy some of that also at no, we can't either. It's not for sale right now. So we need to talk to Kozlito, who is offline and probably asleep right now. And I haven't quite unlocked Bear Supreme yet. That's the last one there. So this is my my new basement bit here, the blue room with the stove in it. I'm going to eventually add another stove, but for right now, it is what it is. I need to make it bigger in order to add another stove, which means, of course, that I'll need more blue reinforced concrete, or to switch it to be something else or inclusive of something else, some other tier 4 material or tier 3 plus material. So I did a bit more. I'd also put some of this crushed basalt up here to kind of give myself a little bit of a sidewalk. I probably will continue extending it back, but somebody actually came and bought most of my basalt, so I stopped doing it. Plus, I ran out of time. Let's see. Let's do some of this and some of that, just to give myself a bit more food here. Yeah, I don't know what's up with your lag there, Marshall. That's kind of a weird thing. I went and picked up one of these grain silos. In here, you can store any plant material, any seeds, as well as fertilizer. And the stacks are, I think, 10 times the stack size, but a lot of the stuff I don't have stacked any higher because it all has different expirations, even though the expiration thing isn't really working right now. I have my stockpiles up here still and have one back here. This one's full of wood. I do have my coal hole down there that I need to apparently go back down into. And then, of course, my campfires got moved up here from down there so that I could have this nice little frontage here on the house, on the building. And then the exhaust from the stove comes up from here. And so I just put these ladder pieces in as fences to keep people from falling into the hole or anything. Speaking of fuel, we need to go put some coal in the fire. Let's go do that here. Let that kick off. There it goes. So I went and bought that, put it out here so that I could run the stove. The stove is electric, and so it needs some electricity. Electricity is sort of magic. No, there's nothing different on our end. I don't think, Marshall. I think it's just I'm not sure if it's the game. It's just the version changes in the game that aren't agreeing with your computer, or there's something up with your computer. I would say, because no one else has reported it either. The electric in the game, actually all power in the game, is kind of magic. It's proximity based as opposed to actually connection based. So right here I have a windmill that's generating mechanical power, and as you can see, there is no drive shaft coming from the windmill hub, but it's powering this mechanical water pump that is magically spinning here. That actually has a crank on it, even though it's mechanically powered from that, which is kind of a weird thing. But hey, what are you gonna do? Yeah, I mean, that's 5 years, or coming up on 5 years anyway. So 5 years, whenever this year. So it could just be some sort of a configuration issue or something. I'm not entirely sure. Oh, Dan's having trouble too? Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what it could be. It could be like a bazillion different things. It's hard to predict, but... And then the pump here needs a water source, and you have to connect the water... in such a way that it's not, the pipe's not, let's see, what is it, control? Yeah. The pipe's not pointed down into the ground, for example, here. So the pipe here is kind of just, pointed out into the ocean, or I guess it's the ocean technically here. And then the pump sucks up the water, of course. Make sure you put it the right way around. See the arrow here? Put it the right way around. There's a blue arrow there, a red arrow here. And then you can connect it with pipes, or you can directly connect it to your steam engine. And then the steam engine converts electrical power into mechanical power into electrical power. It consumes 100 watts of fuel, coal, to produce 1,000 watts of electricity. So that's a little bit of magic, I think. Maybe. But either way, it works. It works out well. So yeah, we have that. Finishing up my place here. Back here I have this is how I was crushing the basalt, the stamp mill. Went and purchased that. I went and purchased an Arastra first, which is the first level crusher. And then I remembered that you can't crush basalt at an Arastra. So, yeah, but see, Coyote Nightmare, I would agree with that if Marshall had problems before. I mean, I don't know. Dan's a first timer this time, so... His situation's different, but with Marshall's played before and not had the problem. So, I don't know. It could be. I'm not saying it's not, but it could be something going wrong with said component that could be causing it or something. But yeah, I'm not sure what exactly would be, but something along that line. So this requires 200 watts as well. I don't know why I put 2 up. Why did I put 2 up? I think they weren't producing enough, because if you saw, they said something like 300. And mechanical power is an interesting thing at 309. Anna, welcome. Thanks for the resub. We are playing Eco, which is a little bit of Minecraft mixed with a lot of ecology and economy simulation. And a huge interdependent crafting system where there's a bunch of different professions. You're limited on how many professions you can take, and you have to work together to achieve various goals. So, or various products, I should say. The wind power, actually all mechanical power, doesn't produce at 100% anymore. These things can technically produce 200, but depending on their relationship or proximity to other things, like say my building, they won't produce as much as they should. So I put 2 here just because I felt like it. I could put it up on top of the building and then they would be fine because it's magic. So inside, we did this all the last time, so this isn't new if you were here last week when I played it last. But We did this building, or this room, I guess you would say, the last time I was here. Last time I streamed, I should say. We set it all up. We did these curved corners, which is nice, although I see grass poking through. Goodbye. And my chat stopped scrolling for some reason. And then we have... kill that bison. I could have almost a whole set of 4 of those, whatever they were called. What is that? I have a rock poking through. Okay. My ceiling there. Let's see, over here. There we go. So yeah, that was fun. So we did this last time. I'm still using these cast iron stoves to cook with, because folks are still eating that tier of materials. In fact, folks are still eating some of the campfire stuff. So as long as they're still eating it, I'll keep making it. And then we have 2 kitchens now. We had one of them at the end of the last stream set up, I think, and I ended up going to buying the second one, and because we needed it. I am about almost halfway through level 5 of that level of cooking, or that setting, that profession of cooking. So we'll have to see how that works out going forward. I do need to make a bunch of stuff. I have some stuff here that's paused, so we need to go pick up some more stuff. And that's more stuff. Actually, make some more stuff. Basic salads. I'm just going to make a bunch of basic salads. The one that I like to make is the grassland salad. It's corn, tomatoes, and beets. And if I make like 40 of those, I can make almost the whole batch. We'll just pick up some tomatoes while we're out and about or something. Oh, and I raised this ceiling, or this roof, and this whole part of the building specifically for this monster, because it takes up basically that whole, what is that, 4 high, 6 up by 2, and 2 across. It takes up that whole, what is that, 16? Yeah, 16 blocks of space here. So, yeah, I had to raise the roof a little bit. Yeah. Or maybe it doesn't actually, maybe it only comes down to, it might only come down 3, not 4. So it might only be 12, but still, it's a monster. But either way, it's there. It does decorations. It counts for pretty good in my living room. And we're soft capping because I'm using crappy materials to build out of. But we're going to go take a look at people who are using better materials to build out of. But it's worth 3.5 points. So that's pretty good. That's 3.5 XP per day. So that's pretty good. All right, let's fly around and see who's done what. Let's see. Teasy Girls is here. She's still doing some tweaking to her building. I've noticed the colors of the bricks changing over time. Because I come over here all the time because she's the farmer. So this is where I get all my plants and stuff from. And a miller, so I buy a lot of stuff from Teasy. But I see her stuff changing every so often, so I know she's making tweaks to it. And then she's got all these farms around her place here that I run through all the time. Run through the corn. Got to run through the corn, right? Let's see. Who else? Is anybody else on our island? I think so. Yeah, Santa and Vosk are down here. I think we met and missed them the last time. Let's come down here to Santa and Vosk's shared place here. They've also just built, like I have, pretty much out of hewn logs, because I'm lazy, and I'm assuming they have an equivalent amount of laziness. But they have a. I know there's some engineering going on here. There's some carpentry going on here, and some tailoring going on here. So some choices if you have stuff you need here. Ooh, you've got paper milling, yeah. If I needed them for the papers, I would, but I have so many Langley papers I don't really need to buy anymore. So that's Santa and Vosk. Over here is Ogrimskar's complex. He's in the chat. And yeah, we'll go fly through your tunnel and stuff, Marshall, for sure. Let's go here to Ogrimskar's complex. West. Go west, young man. Me? Fast talking? Sorry, sometimes I get carried away. I can slow down. Let's see, what do you got going on over here, Og? I put some more food, Og, in that bin if you want it. Oh yeah, Og is doing gold mining, and he's got a bunch of animals in his mine here. You think it's funny? Oh. And then copper here as well, which lucked out and got both in the same mine here, which is really good. Actually, there's gold. There's probably 2 patches of gold here, Og. 2 separate patches in the same mountain. Nice. I like it. No, they're for eating. Those are eating animals. If you have a bow and arrow. There's Og right there. Oh, there's another patch of copper too? Nice. Yeah, that's really good. Oh, you got yourself a little tunnel thing going on here. That's awesome. I like it. You've gone back to the gated, the walled off complex, I see. I like it. Is this the ramp up to Avalarian's place up there on the hill, on the mountain? That had to have been fun to make. So yeah, Og's got a bit going here. So they've seen a tunnel to the other side. I went partway through the tunnel. Did I miss part of it? You got a piece of copper laying down here too. Pick it up. I was. It's okay. Let's see. Find some place I can put this down. There we go. I put it in the middle of your road so you see it. Piece of copper I found. Alrighty. So we will. So you're doing your smelting out here by the water. Yeah, you said you were going to build something up there. That's cool. I like it. I like the idea. You're doing your smelting out here by the ocean. This is the blast furnace, which is the second tier of smelter, and it is faster a little bit. Produces a little bit less tailings, I think, but produces slag instead. Slag can be used for a lot of good stuff like road making, I think it's more efficient too than the bloomery, which is the first tier. So those are pretty prolific now. Oh, and you have to have one to make steel too, if you're making steel, which is a separate profession. Let's see. Derpu moves over here. We'll continue along that road, but I just took a little detour here. Way more efficient, yeah. Way faster for sure. Derpumu is doing engineering, but also is doing some masonry stuff here with concrete. That's where I bought all the blue from. As you can see, we have an array of different colors here. This is provided via a mod from Elixir, ELIXR, which is a pretty extensive mod pack, including these special colored concrete and the bricks like we saw at TZ's house, because she's got a wide variety of those colors. So we're using that, and there's also glass that's tinted as well. So it's really nice for decorating and having some personality with your building. So this is Derpumu's place. I've spent a lot of time here because I think this is where I bought my steam engine and a bunch of other stuff over here recently. All my windmills, as you can see, he's got windmills up like crazy here. Let's go continue this way. We'll pop back up that way in a moment. This is Narina and Plispamatox is kind of neighboring places. I think they're separate, but kind of working together also. They're between the two of them. They're doing a lot of different stuff. Most of the engineering tree, a good chunk of the carpentry tree, and glassworks that I can remember off the top of my head. Maybe some brick too. Maybe. I can't remember. Maybe something like that, or I could be misremembering. Maybe some smelting. Yeah, maybe some brick, but no, not some smelting. I don't think smelting. Just engineering. I think. I don't remember. I'm bad at this. Okay, back this way. Marshall's been working on getting a bridge and a tunnel to Og. We have this road here too, and so it's going to kind of get connected. But over here, dug a tunnel all the way in and through. Oh yeah, see where you had the you can hear the river. Just above here. What's that? Oh, you put concrete up there to keep it sealed? Yeah, that's a good idea. Because I'm assuming if you pull these out, the water comes in. So the river is literally right above our heads here, as you can see there on the map. Yeah, right here. So you had to dip dip the ramp down a bit to get under the river and then back up again over there. So kind of come through here. A lot of coal in these walls. Be a shame. Be a shame if somebody accessed that. Oh, it's fine. I mean, it's good. It's good. And then right here next to is the mine that goes under the Bank of Heresy, where they found a bunch of well, coal again, as well as copper and gold, I think, too. Is that down below, or is it further in, deeper in? I can't remember now. It's somewhere in here. This is kind of a public mine. Yeah, here it is. This way. Here it all is. So this is in the... some of this is under the district of the bank. And so what we did was... I set up a law in the bank that says for anybody who mines in the bank district, like this, you can see this here, this red box area around the bank itself. If you mine... No, I think it's good, Marshall. I think it's fine. If you mine in this area, the bank, the government, will charge you 10 cents for every copper or gold block that you destroy within that district. And then if you're outside of the district, then you can have it for free without you work. But if you're collecting it from the territory that is attributed here to the bank, then the government charges you a little bit for that to have that. So as you can see, they're working around it, of course, because the copper vein is pretty big. Actually, there might be a couple of different copper veins here separated. I'm not sure how that originally looked, but they kind of hit the edge of it, and then there isn't any more. But they did tell me they found gold down here too. Is that down further? I haven't been down here. Yep, here it is. I haven't been down here in a while. So we're a bit south of the bank district again still. Maybe they didn't actually get into the bank there. Let's go into the void zone here and see. It's through. So yeah, they really didn't get into the bank a whole lot. And so it didn't charge them, ended up charging a whole lot. So this is just a free-for-all mine as far as I'm aware. Like, different people are coming down here and mining it, and then smelting the copper and the gold, or using the stone or the coal that we've passed through on the way in. From what they see fit, it's been shared use, and as far as I've noticed, it has been completely friendly. Like, there's been no, hey, I was mining that, you took it, blah blah blah, or any of that kind of shenanigans. It's all, free for all. And there's even some store down here that nobody's stolen to take and do of their own, which is really nice. I'm really glad that our community is that friendly and whatever you want to call it, agreeable, I guess. All right, so yeah, there's a bunch of random pieces of granite laying around here and stuff. I'm gonna pick those up because, while it's gotten way better in recent versions, those do sometimes, or did used to, contribute a little bit to server lag. So it's good to kind of clean those up and make them you have as little debris laying around as possible. Now, if you did something like this, where you take the granite and you actually stack it yourself like this, that's not debris. That is actually stacked blocks. And so you if you don't have a stockpile and you do stack blocks like this, it's completely okay. But if you just leave them laying around like they were, they can contribute to server lag. It's not bad like it used to be. Like before, when we first started playing the game, it would completely destroy everybody's performance. But they've done a lot of optimization on the game since then, so it doesn't do that at least anymore. Let's fly up here. The bank is this building here, of course, the Bank of Heresy, and as you can tell. And then we also have, down here in the bank's basement, a bit of the government. I didn't build everything. I didn't set everything up. But we do have a simple constitution that gives me the ability to propose laws that can be put into place immediately, and any of the admins to propose a basic election law. But so far, the laws that we've put in have been basically like quality of life-y type of stuff. We are giving a daily wage of 100 coins a day now, in addition to the 1,000 you start with. And that's just to kind of accommodate the growth of the industry and how expensive things get. Otherwise, you just wouldn't be able to afford some of the stuff. Like they were saying, I think earlier today, that one of the sort of you've never been paid. You have to be active. Really? Are you sure? If I go into here and Ogumskar, let me click on your transactions. There you go. You got paid day 22, 6 hours, and we are at. I don't know when we're at. You got paid. You're the last transaction actually out of this. Last transaction into your account was that. The one yesterday also. You only get it when you're active though, so you didn't get it your whole time away, unfortunately. But 1, 2, 3. You've gotten quite a few. You'll see them in there though. There were 50. We were at 50 for a while. I just upped it to 100 just a few days ago. So, but yeah. You can see that. That's kind of the cool thing about this game, though, too, is everything is logged. So you can go back and look at the logs like that, and it's all public knowledge. So it's like living in Norway or something. But you can see where kind of everybody has every transaction in and out, and everybody's purchases are all public knowledge. So if somebody comes over and buys food from me, I can see who bought it. When that was, so I can know how long I've been empty on a certain thing if I wanted to. I don't really care. I just fill it back up again. But it's kind of a good thing to see, to have all that information if you want to use it. And you can use some of that information in the laws themselves to catch certain things happening and trigger off of them, which is kind of fun. So the daily wage laws is pretty simply written. Every 1 day on each person in active group. This is a group of a demographic is what they call them in the game. It's a group of people. If the citizen is active, then try to pay the citizen 100 credit coins from the Treasury Bank account. So it's just a simple written law, but it works out pretty well. This is the law that I wrote for the mining in this district. If you're digging or mining where the item is copper or gold ore, and you're inside the District of Heresy, then ignore authorization, so you're allowed to mine under the claimed land there, and collect a tax of 0.1 coins from that citizen into the Treasury Bank account. So basically, by mining under the bank, you're helping to pay your daily wage. But it's only 1/10 of a coin, so I mean you'd have to chop 1,000 blocks to get there. And then also, if you're trying to place something, it should allow you to place dirt, or pick out or dig dirt, and also it should allow you to dig or mine. Can't remember why we did that one. Oh, that's just to allow you to dig or mine. Whereas this one charges you. This doesn't. This is everything else, and it doesn't charge you. And then here, if it's any of these, then you can pick up the blocks. Is kind of the idea here. So that was the. That's kind of in order to allow everything to work here is what I set this up for. And then the last law I wrote is to allow a few things to happen. On claimed land, like for example, you can now place a cart or a truck on somebody's claimed land, so that if you carry for the dirt to get back in and out or whatever to scale around, if you try to place by default in the game, if you try to place your cart down, like say you carry it in your pocket and you want to buy something from somebody's store, and you want to place your cart down. You can't if you're on their claimed land. Well, this allows you to ignore that authorization on that property and place your cart down anyway. So you don't have to like go a few claim flags away from their store, place your cart down, drag it into town, or into their place, build or fill it up or purchase your stuff and then drag it back home. This allows you to place it close. We're also allowing hunting everywhere, even on claimed land. It's kind of a hassle / pain when somebody like me who isn't doing any hunting at all has a bunch of animals running around their land, but nobody can hunt them because they're on my land. Also, if you're a hunter and you're chasing an animal across the world and you come across and you're trying to shoot it, but now it crosses into claimed land, it's like the deer just ran into the Federal Reserve, and you can't hunt it anymore. Well, we're allowing that to happen, and then finally we're allowing you to clean up tree debris. If you chop down a tree and parts of the little branches and stuff fall into somebody's claimed property, then you can clean that debris up without a problem. So just some simple laws just to kind of think. Just some simple laws to kind of make things a little bit easier to use and do in the game. Was kind of I thought it was kind of a good idea to have. So Eris is over here. Let's look at Eris's first. I think we'll go this way first. That is, Eris is a master builder and a master digger as well. So she is mining as well as doing ashlar, and she's working on. I don't know what she's working on. Maybe it's up here. Maybe she hasn't started yet. She has a little bit. I know she has some crazy plans for something, so we're gonna have to keep an eye on her as per usual. But this archway was her first bit, and I'm assuming the rest of it's going to be back here, but I don't know. This bridge was one of the first things she built, though, which is a pretty cool looking bridge. And Eris always builds something big. Like anytime Eris plays with us, she's got something crazy going on. So, and she also built this pool by claiming part of the ocean as a pool here, and filling it in with brick. All right, Joe, you are over here. You have, I can't remember what all professions you have: hunting and butchery, carpentry, and hewing or logging, whatever it's called. And then also Dan is playing with you, and he's got cooking and something else, milling maybe or something. So I know you've got a lot going on here. You got fishing going on too. Let's see. We looked at TZ's place. This is Ontario's place. He hasn't been on in a few days. I don't know if he's kind of given up on us or not. But he started out mining and then he went into masonry. So some of the early brick in the game was provided by him. And yep. Cool. Build big, Marshall. Whatever you can to fight the lag and build big. Is this Fire Razor? Yeah, this is Fire Razor and Iyun. They've done some upgrades to the building, I think, since the last time we looked at it. And preserving the tree, I like it. I applaud it. Preserve the giant redwoods. Build around them. They've got a bit here, and then they've got a bit over where it says Lakeside Irony, so about halfway across the map. They've got a bit more over there. So, and then Mahmoud's up here. I'm kind of zigzagging a little bit, so I'm sorry. I hope I don't miss anybody. Mahmoud's doing pottery and tailoring, and I can't remember what else. Arkham Scar's over here too. You're following me around. But yeah, the bricks. Here's a pattern of the special bricks. I used a bunch of them in the bank, as you probably noticed. But you can see all the different colors there, and it's really cool that that mod has all those different choices, because it's a really nice thing to have all those different choices. Let's see, from Mahmoud's, let's see, let's go, let's go west here, I think. We'll pass by Lana's. I haven't seen her on in a day or two either, I don't think. She's sneaky, though. She'll pop on and you won't even notice. So she's doing farming and things like that. I don't know if she went any further than farming, though. So here is... she's got a mine going on? Oh, there's a tunnel through here. Ah, good, a tunnel. Was this the tunnel that Joe was talking about? I can't remember. Yeah, tunnels are good to have, especially because we have mountainy islands and then a lot of water. So tunnels and bridges are really essential on this map. So this was like a custom generated map that I did. When did I do it? Well, before we started. So 3.5 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, something like that. Let's see. There. Nope, we gotta go this way. Go this way. This is Lakeside Foodies. So this is Fireraiser and Hune's other place. What did you guys do with the roof here? Lumber. Ah, okay, I see it. Yep. Gotcha. This is part of their other place, and then they have their smelting up here. Wow. That's a lot of iron, guys. Holy crap. Copper and gold, too. Yep. Oh, we have our first solar panel. Nice. And this is what we were talking about earlier. I think this is the froth flotation cell. At 40% discount, I think it still costs 1,300 coins to make, based on the prices of everything else. Oh, the tunnel beside your house is the one you're talking about. Okay. So there's I can't remember who ended up making this. Memode maybe is doing electronics too. So that was made in electronics, and that is used for refining crushed ore into concentrate, or concentrating crushed ore, I guess is the way to put it simply, very efficiently. But it's also very expensive to make, so you kind of get what you pay for a little bit. But solar and wind are the green power sources in this game. Once they come out and are cheap enough, I'll go pick one up. But for now, I'm still going to pollute until I don't have to anymore. I haven't seen this building back here yet. That's how much I pay attention. So this building's new to me, and it looks like it's... what are they doing here? Ah, this is... Oh, you moved. Oh, I need to trade in some of this stuff. You're not taking the... Okay. I need to purchase some modern tools. At least I need to trade in some stuff, yeah. So this is where you had the original smithy, and then butchery over there for... This is Cazlito. Cazlito also has this building where he's doing baking, and probably his house as well, I'm assuming. And there's a snapping turtle on his roof. And then this is Calebian's building here. Cazlito's kind of growing around him. As you can see there, which is kind of fun. Calebian's doing wood, brick, and masonry, I think. Must be a petting turtle? It could be. It could be. What was Cazlito buying all of the ashlar for? That's the question. There's not an ashlar something going up over here yet, unless he's doing it somewhere else. Although the tower is quite something. I like that. And with the mechanical power and all the power really, it's daisy chained. So each one of these is chained to the next one. So all this power goes into the same use. You can have it like that, not all daisy chains, which is kind of nice because it makes your life, you can be a little more decorative and a little more whatever. So let's see. I think, did that cover everybody? Eris, Joe, right? Yeah. Ontario, blah, 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 blah. Underground. Yeah, where should I go underground to? Though, that's where I'm not going to have an arena. Yep, we got that. I went underground under the bank, but I don't know who else has a large amount of excavation going on. Let's see. Did that. I think I've covered the whole place, but I could have missed somebody. But a lot of folks are still active, which is I'm really appreciative of too, because we have we can go down your mine, Marshall. Yeah. Yours is in here. Luckily I can clip through doors. That's a little bit of tailings you got going on there. Oof. There's some garbage in there. Garbage in there too. Tailings are yummy. All wet tailings too. Yummo. Oh right, you were gonna build a public library up on the mountain across from the bank, right? Oh, the door is open. It was just closed because of delays in the rendering. Over here or something? That works for me. So I don't know who else is doing a lot of mining. I mean, we saw Orgrim Scars too. He's not dug down yet, just kind of digging across still. But the public mine there under the bank is kind of I think the chief mine. Oh, I know who's else has been digging. Darpumu's been digging. Wait, there he is. It's funny how money changes hands fast, too, by the way. Yesterday morning, Eris was struggling because she had no money. Now she has 40... She's the richest individual on the server. She's past Calibian now. That was just from selling Ashlar. Because she spent all of her money buying the materials, buying the steel specifically to make it. And now people are buying it, so she's making her money back. And that's really what one of the cool things about the game is that you're able to you know, have the full economy going, and you can kind of you know, make money and lose money and make all kinds of things happen. Where is his mine entrance? I know he was mining a lot of iron down here someplace. Oh, he's got a froth flotation cell hiding down here too. We just go cheat mode and clip through. I think a lot of people are using Cause for tools. Yeah. Yep. Here we are. There's the stairway down. From there. Yeah. Okay. I knew it was in here somewhere. I just couldn't remember how to get exactly in here. So been a bit windy and windy here. Rife for putting in an elevator to get down to these different levels with the trucks. But gonna need to find a good spot for the elevator and start digging your way through down. It's like 10 by 14 or something. No, it's not that big. 6 by 10 maybe. Something like that. So it's a decent sized hole to dig straight down. But a lot of iron down here, so that's what I think Darpumu's been specializing in, is mining iron. I don't know who else is, to be honest with you. I haven't really been able to keep up frequently or repeatedly, but I've been trying to keep up as best I can. But I definitely like to come in and have a look around and do a few things here. So I'm going to head back home. Yeah. You're mining iron, Marshall, you're mining iron in... Where are you mining iron at? In the grasslands here? Wait, is that you? That's you, right? Yeah, it's you. The grasslands here? Oh, Kale Turner, I didn't come to your place. I knew I missed somebody. Let's go over here to Kale Turner's place. Here we are. Nice brickwork. Building your house right into the mountain. I like that idea. Did that once, at least. Actually, I think I did it more than once. One time I had early on in the game, I had like a hobbit hole poking up out of the ground. And everything else was underground. Entrance to your iron mine is sort of hidden. Got a tree poking through there. Let's see here. Lots of mess. Lots of stuff. Lots of stuff in stockpiles. That's a lot of dirt you got going there. Holy crap. Doing a little bit of mining here. Clean up after yourself. Are you trying to head toward the public mine entrance here? What claim is that? Is that the protected elder tree? Nice, nice, Joe. I like that. This tunnel is ripe for driving a skid steer down here and just going. For sure. Oh, there could be iron on the coastlines too. Yeah. Coastlines can have iron too, so that's probably what you picked up. Coastlines can have limestone. Here's some limestone over here, Marshall. Under the water. There's some right there too. But this is usually pretty sparse. Like, it's there, but it's not going to be there for... You're not going to get a whole lot out of it. What is that? Crushed basalt, or basalt there. Okay, I think Kale Turner was the last one that I missed. I think I missed you before too. Let's see. Let's go here. And I remembered that I needed to make some meat stock, but I forgot to do it before I left. Luckily, I haven't run out yet, but we need to get that going. Meat stock. Ooh, I need some more scrap meat too. I flew past it. Yeah. I need to buy some more scrap meat. Should make a shopping list. Let me pull up a note here. Make a shopping list. Okay, what do I need to cook? Somebody bought all my shale. That's good. We could make some more goody enchiladas. The corn fritters didn't sell that well. I actually had some spoil on me. So I don't know if I'm going to make any more of those unless I get requests. Crimson salad seems to be popular, so I should make some more of those. I have them queued, I think. Maybe not. I should make some more of those. Start some of those. Yeah, here's fine. They need a bunch of basic salads to make those. Looks like I need tomato. And infused oil, which means I'm going to need some huck extract and probably some oil. Need to char 88 beets. The gator crawling across here. Charred beets. 44 here. And 44 here. Get them done fast. Get them while they're hot. Okay. Basic salads. I need to set up a bunch more of those. Those are in process, though. Here, the grassland salads, but I'm going to have to make some more. Which means I need even more corn, tomatoes, and beets for that. Corn, beets. Let's make a bunch of those. Warhammer 40k on stream? Cool. Cool deal. We're making boiled sausages right now. Boiled rice I'm good on. Fried hair haunches haven't been selling a whole lot either, I don't think. I haven't eaten one yet. I should eat one. I need to eat something anyway. Here. Let's see, those are horrible. Yeah. Let's see, what else do I have not tried? This one? Worse than anything. Hosamaki, I think is worse than anything. That's one of the newer features of the game, actually, that just came out this last version, or the one before that. Each character is randomly assigned a set of foods that they are their favorites, but again, on contrast, the worse than anythings that they find delicious and that they find horrible, that they enjoy, but that also some that taste bad. There's some that taste good, some that taste bad. some that are, and it's kind of like a bell curve. So you have one favorite, I think, or two favorites maybe, and you have one that you hate the most. Is it just one, Joe, that you hate the most? And then you have, more and more that are kind of in the, you know, in the liking more, liking less kind of thing, or yeah, liking more, liking less. And then you have most of your foods that are just kind of okay, in the middle or someplace. Let's see. Like, I find vegetable medley tastes okay. Fish and chips, I don't really want to eat that. That's too many carbs right now. Let's go with one of these meat stews that's expired here. Just to kind of get my points up. I could also do maybe one of these simmered meats that I find taste good. One on each end? Okay. And then there's like 3 to 5 maybe on the next tier, and then a few more on the next tier, and a few more on the next tier, etc. I wish it'd be kind of neat if there was like a chart of like your list of what you like and hate, to show kind of the bell curve, at least for the as you find each one, to kind of be able to see which ones you like, which ones you hate. So as I make the food, I try and taste it. Yeah, see, delicious. I find shark fillet soup delicious. I haven't tried the taro fries yet. I should probably make some more of those too, maybe. So let's see. I should probably make some more seared meat, but I need prime cuts for those, and I don't think there are any. Yeah, there aren't any. One favorite and one least favorite. Yep. Oh, you can see them. Okay, you can see them here. So, yeah, favorite food and least favorite food. Crimson salad and elk taco. And then if I mouse over myself, you can see that I found my least favorite, which is Hosomaki, but I haven't found my favorite yet. But I'm being a slacker about trying things, so that makes sense. We could make some more sweet salads, too. Which means I'll probably need more wild mix, I think. Wild mix needs more basic salads. Sweet salads are basic salads also, and fruit salads. Okay, we haven't gotten to that point yet. And also simple syrup, which I'll need some more of that. From TZ. There we go. So I think that's all of the stuff at that tier that I'm making. That I need to make more of. Probably. Then we can look at some of this stuff. So autumn stew, basic salads. Autumn stew. At the efficiency level I'm at, 40 is a good number for a lot of things. So that's why I'm making 40 of everything. Basic salads are what we're making here. We might not have enough even after all of that. Let's see. Crispy bacon I've got a decent amount of. Clam chowder I'm good on. Fruit salad. Fruit salad I make... Which one do I make of that? There are 3 recipes of fruit salad. Exotic fruit salad, rainforest fruit salad, and mixed fruit salad. All of them yield the same item. And then... but you make them with different ingredients. And the same thing goes for the salads. There are 5 salad recipes, and all of them yield the same item, but they use different ingredients. And there are 3 vegetable medley recipes, and all of them yield the same thing. So exotic fruit salad's pretty good to make, 4.75 and 2.85 per fruit salad. But mixed fruit salad is actually my best one to make. It's 4.75 and 2.85, but it's hucks and beets, which are a bit easier to come by. And then the final one is rainforest fruit salad, which is 4.75 and 3.8, so it's a little bit more expensive to make, but it's the only thing, it uses those 2 fruits, which are a little bit different, a little bit differently found or discovered or whatever. So let's do 40 mixed fruit salads. That means I need even more beets. So I'm putting in this little mark to say that I want more of those. Yeah, that's fine. So that I can go and pick them up. I need to buy less huckleberries, though. Let's only buy 200 hucks. Now that I'm going to spend a bunch. That was fruit salad. Taro fries and loaded taro. I have plenty of taro fries. But loaded taro fries, I could make some more of those if I have the materials. Loaded. I do. Prepared meat and sun cheese goes into those. These, I think... Do I want 40 of these, though? I don't. I'm going to make 20. It'll be a little less efficient on the taro fries themselves, but it's fine. Let's see what else I can eat. The taro fries, yeah, these are nearly spoiled. Need to move some stuff around, too. Wait, why did it say that I had 41? And this says I have 31. It means there's 10 taro fries someplace that are spoiled. No, there's 38 down here that are 55%. And there's a couple here that are 28%. Why does that say there's only 30? Confused. Wait, I know why. I have a reserve on them of 10 of them so that I can make them into whatchamacallit. I'm going to take that off, actually. Let's see, what did I think about these? Okay. They're just okay. Let's take that reserve off. I don't need it. But we do need to make the loaded ones, so we're doing that. Meat stock I'm making. I have it listed here because people like to try it to see if it happens to satisfy a craving or something. Then that's really good. Speaking of, there's also cravings. I could go for a jungle campfire salad right about now. Do I have a spoiled one? Beet. Fern. Jungle. There we go. So I can satisfy that craving. And that gives me a 10% bonus to my points because I ate something I was craving. There's also these other bonuses here for variety, tastiness. If you eat things that you find tasty. Oh, there's kind of the list that I wanted. There's only food listed in the eaten in the last day, but it works, I guess, right? My character seems to be like a pseudo-vegetarian. Like a lot of the stuff, a lot of the meat stuff they don't like, but then they randomly like simmered meat, for example, and something else. Wild Stew's is all vegetables. Something else, it was meat-based. Maybe bacon? Bacon's okay. Something else was meat-based that I liked, but most of it's been not liked. Try an elk taco. Better? There it is. Better than anything. That's my favorite. My new favorite. My new old favorite. So that'll show up here now as favorite food, elk taco. Least favorite food, hosomaki. At least I can make both I can make my favorite food. It's not one that I have to buy. Although I'm paying for it anyway, I suppose, right? Okay. What else are we making? Shark fillet soup. I should make some of that. We should make some mochi as well. If I can make some. 20 of those. And then maybe some shark fillet soup over here. That's fine. Need some more meat stock, though. But we're making it, so that's fine, too. And pad thai. Is that a 20 or a 40? It's a 40. I'll need to make some more rice noodles, and I'll need some prepared meat. At least I have the acorns now. That's good. I use acorns instead of peanuts. Yeah, I'm gonna need some oil. Sugar I'm good on. Bean sprouts are good. Prepared meat and rice noodles. Yeah, let's make a bunch of rice noodles too. Do that there, and I'll flip over to this one for the rice noodles. It means I'm probably gonna need some more rice flour because I need more than 40. I need to make a double batch here. So rice flour as well. Oh, I can't queue another project here. Bummer. I guess I'll have to make them here. That's fine. We'll make for a while. Rice flour. Shopping list, go. So that takes care of that tier. And then I'm still making all 4 salads, charred sausage, and all 5 stews at this tier. So I need to make some meaty stew, some jungle stew, some wild stew, and then probably all 4 salads. Yeah, meaty jungle and wild, all 4 salads. Meaty jungle and wild and all 4. Ooh, wrong way. Meaty jungle, wild, and all 4 salads. Salad. Make. Fern. Jungle. And root. That's all 4 salads. Yes, I'm making them all in the same campfire, but that's fine. And then jungle would be first alphabetically. 40 of those. Yeah, definitely need more scrap meat. Meaty. It's right there underneath it. That means I need to char 38 charred meat as well. I'll put that in the queue next. And then wild. It's wild, man. Wild. And then charred meat. 38 charred meat. Charred meat. Learn how to spell, Wally. Charred meat. There we are. Oh, I need some raw meat too. Okay, so let's go shopping. Let's see. I'll start off at... What does Joe have for sale? Let's go to Joe's place first, I think. Oh, I am hungry. I probably also need to put some... Yeah, I need to put some... whatchamacallit, back on those things, too. Let's do this and this. There we go. That's pretty good. Not great, but pretty good. Put some calories, some work on these here. You're good? Yep. Yep. Hope so, Marshall. Let's go by Joe's place first, see what he's got for sale for meat. And then we'll go over to Cuzlito. And then we'll come back to TZ to get the do what we can from the farming and the milling. So I have all the items that I use for cooking. I have buy orders for in my store, and most everything I pay a little bit more for than you can buy it elsewhere at other people's stores. Like 10%, sometimes not even that much. Sometimes a little more. It depends on the item a little bit. I get to Joe's store over here. It really just depends on. Or just to offer a little bit of a profit for anybody who wants to do any transporting. Prepared meat was on my list, so let's buy all he's got of that. I didn't have fish on my list. Am I buying fish? Yeah, I'm going to buy his fish as well. And crab carcass yeah, but you're selling them too expensively, so I'm not buying those. Don't need that one. That's all we got? That's all we got. Good, I can carry it all. I don't have to put my cart down yet. Yay! We'll head over to Cuzlito's, who's the other butcher on the server. And I think there's just the two of you. And buy what we can. But this little bar down here, which is kind of behind my shoulder, shows you how much how heavy my load is. Once it gets full, you can't carry anymore. So that's when you need like a cart or a truck. Okay, yeah, if I still have buy orders up, drop off whatever I'm buying. Whatever you can make that I'm buying. I know I always need scrap. I always need prepared meat. I need prime cuts. Those are and I need some raw meat too. So but I'm always buying. I mean, as long as I'm making stuff, I'm buying stuff. Hey, look, there's some meat. Gimme. Gimme. There we go. Couple of meat. The regular turtles just give you meat directly. Every other animal gives you a carcass that has to be processed. Why they do it that way, I don't know. Let's see. I'm going to put my cart down. I know that. And I can put it down here. See, the red dot tells you that this is claimed land. But the green box says, hey, you can do it anyway. So I put it down, and it ignores the authorization, which is really nice. Because Ludo's not selling any raw meat, so I'll want to buy some of that. Yeah, I'll need to buy some of that. Farming is a pretty big thing, yeah, because all the food relies on either the plants or meat or a combination thereof. So farming and hunting, and then they're up chain. So for hunting, it's butchery, and then for farming, it's you can't do any meat farming yet. There's no husbandry yet, unfortunately. They've talked about that being a thing in the future, but they haven't done it yet. So everything farming now is vegetable related, is plant related. But farming, actually gathering is the first level of farming, and that gives you bonuses for picking the plants, and then farming comes after that, and that gives you some bonuses for it's not the fertilizer. What does farming give you? Am I drawing a blank? Blank is drawn. Farming gives you bonuses for making seeds, right? Of course, seeds. So, oh, there's fishing too. Yep. So you get some seeds when you pick plants, but you will never get it with the trees. You get too many seeds, but with farming or gathering, you will never get enough seeds to replant enough to like sustain a large group. So you need farming to make seeds from the plants. So that's what farming does on top of gathering. And then there's milling and fertilizers. Fertilizers gives you a bunch of fertilizer recipes, which you can use to enhance the land to make it more arable, I guess, for a specific crop. And then you can also do milling, which turns plant stuff into consumable stuff that's used by cooking and baking. I think entirely. Maybe some other people use it. I can't remember. But yes, there's a huge profession list here. I'm going to need a crap ton of scrap meats. I'm going to buy like 300 now, and then oops, what did I do? There we go, 300. If Joe brings me more later, that'll be good too. I think I need some more sausages. I didn't put it on my list, but I feel like I needed some more. Tailoring uses milling stuff? Okay. Buy 50 of those. I don't need any bacon. Prepared meat I do need. I'll buy them out of prepared meat. No prime cuts. Let's see, scrap, prepared meat, and raw meat. And I'm buying sausages too because I think I need them. So, that's what... So, when you get into the modern era, which kind of starts with steel smelting, then you can do things like industry and oil drilling and electronics. There's also mechanics, which is more like... the middle tier. It's not really the high-tech tier. It's kind of like the mid-tier. That uses a lot of materials made from smelting, your metals, basically, to make ooh, that's a nice icon. I haven't seen that yet. That's the prepared meat. There's the or sorry, that's the scrap meat, and the other, this one's the prepared meat. It uses mechanics is more like a middle tech tier, and it uses, okay, I'm driving. Uses a lot of iron and some copper as well. But once you get steel going, then you can get into industry and oil drilling. And then once you get oil drilling going, you can make electronics. And that's kind of, electronics would be the end tech, but you have to have oil drilling in industry in order to make it really work. Ooh, there's another corpse. Joe, there's a corpse on the road. But on the other hand, there's an advanced wood cutting. So you start out with in the wood tree, you start out with logging and hewing as kind of a combined profession. So it gives you bonuses for cutting down trees, and you also get to make some basic wooden structures, which is what half of my house is made out of. And then you go into, and then that also leads. No, then you go into carpentry, which then you can start making decoration type stuff out of the hewn wood, and you can make yeah, a lot of decorative stuff, and some other tables for other professions. That's one of the cool things about the game is all the professions kind of work together and interlink. So you have to have people in different professions in order to advance in your own profession tree or whatever you want to look at. So then once they get into carpentry, then they can they'll eventually be able to make lumber as you get kind of to the mid tier. That comes automatically. Lumber does. It's kind of like a it's like a tier 2 material for building, and it's pretty useful for decorations as well as in a whole other tier of decorations that are lumber based, things like that. And then there's the there's sort of like the bummer child of the wood tree, which is paper making. It's only used to make paper, and paper is only used in like 1 or 2 recipes in the entire game. So it's really kind of like who cares kind of thing. But eventually somebody takes it so that they can make those 1 or 2 recipes. But it's usually not something that's taken very early because it's just such a bummer. And then after that is composite lumber, which uses epoxy? Plastic? I'm drawing a blank now. Composite lumber. It uses plastic and epoxy and wood to make a composite lumber. You know, that's the fake wood that you can get like for your deck or something now. So there's that's kind of the most advanced on the wood tree, and then the stone tree has the same kind of thing. So you start out with mining, and then you can take masonry, which allows you to make the different mason stones and things. And then there's bricks and glass that are in the stone tree as well. And then after that comes ashlar, which is a really it's a steel reinforced stone product. Well, actually, no. Masonry has a higher tier built into it too, like carpentry does, called reinforced concrete. That takes steel rebar and makes reinforced concrete out of it. And then the final tier in the stone tree is advanced masonry, which is ashlar, which is a steel reinforced stone structure. Which is what that archway that Eris had started was. Also, that archway we passed coming back from Kozlito's place. Those are all ashlar archways and things that they've built. So that's the stone tree. The lumber tree is here. The wood tree is here. So it kind of just depends on what you want to do. The engineering tree is here. Basic engineering is an early game thing. Allows you to make some roads and carts and the windmills and water wheels, things like that. And then there is hunting and butchery. There's smelting and advanced smelting. Advanced smelting gets you steel and steel products. More prepared, but some of both. Self-improvement's kind of like the whatever skill. It's the one everybody gets, the one that, the one we all have, the one we all are advancing every time we use a shovel or a hammer, but it just takes forever to get it maxed out because you're not using a shovel or hammer that much. And then finally there's tailoring, which is kind of interrelated a little bit with gathering, because they use materials that are gathered from gathering, but also gathered from hunting and butchery. Wool, for example. Some of the animals give wool and leather and things like that. And then also it's kind of interwoven, pun intended, with the carpentry, because they use some of the wood products to make some of their decorative products and things. But they can also make clothing and things like that as well. Curtains, carpet, I can't remember what all else, but a few things. Okay, TZ's got stuff. Let's see, anything cheap that I need? No, nothing's on sale. Okay, over here. We need a bunch of tomatoes. I'm just going to buy her out. Let's see, beets. We need a bunch of beets as well. I'm going to probably buy like 300 beets. Pumpkins, no. Corn, yes. Let's buy 100 corn. I may need more later, but this is what we'll start with. Tomatoes, corn, beets. That's all the raw food I need. Oh, she's got some fish for sale. Anything I can use? I could use the urchins. There's a roll that I can make of the urchins, but they're not selling. The aforementioned sharks are selling a little bit. The shark soup's selling a little bit. Kelp is good too. I can use that for a lot of the sushi dishes. Let's see. Cornmeal, no. Flour, no. Oil, yes. I'm going to buy 100 oil. Rice flour, I'm going to buy it all. Sugar, no. Yeast, no. Huckleberry extract, yes. 100 of that. Camas paste, no. Bean paste, no. Sun cheese, I don't think so. Cooking, yeah. I've done 3 of the 5 cooking recipes, or cooking professions. Simple syrup, 38. Might need a little more of that. I didn't show you the cooking tree. That would have been good. Complete trades. No room. Okay, crap, I have to come back. Let's put back the simple syrup. Will it let me take this now? Nope. Huckleberry extract 2? No? Are you not linked to my cart? You are linked to my cart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, it was a weight thing? No, it shouldn't be a weight thing. Oh. Wait, where's my cart? Oh, it's down below. Dude, where's my cart? Let me put in this. Okay, we're full now. Now I probably got to start over, don't I? Nope, it's all still there. Let's complete the trades of this. Oh, I'm buying a lot of beets and a lot of tomatoes. Yeah, that's why. I filled my inventory up. Okay, so I just need to come back for the rice flour, huckleberry extract, and simple syrup. Yeah, I'm full. Alright. Rose is a spoiled kitty, yep. So the cooking tree, since I skipped it because it's my first one here, you start out with campfire cooking. Now, everybody can cook a lot of the charred stuff on their own, but then the campfire cooking adds some additional recipes, like those salads and stews that I was making, into the mix. And then the cooking tree kind of forks. You can go into cooking, or you can go into baking. I chose cooking. Someone else chose cooking as well. Cooking uses those cast iron stoves that I have 2 of. Baking uses the bakery oven. And then there's an advanced... You can do them both too, but it kind of splits into parallel professions. And then baking, or then there's advanced baking and advanced cooking. So I've taken advanced cooking as well. And that uses the kitchens here, as well as the stove that I have downstairs in the blue room. Let's not do that. Let's do from here, maybe? I need to rearrange some stuff. Let's see. I wish that the spoiled meters would show up all the time. Game? That'd be really nice. That way I could see what was spoiled when and where. Because these aren't spoiled either. That's not spoiled. That one I don't want to put up there. Those aren't spoiled. Those aren't spoiled either. That might be my next level of spoiledness. Although, are all of these... Well, these are still sellable. Okay, let's keep moving. So I'm trying to put everything in kind of the order of expiration, just so that I can keep track of how things are going, and anything that I like that's spoiled because the game is broken, I'm keeping here, and then I'm giving away the stuff that I don't like. I need to rearrange these a little bit. This one should be over here. This one should as well. This one should as well. Let's keep moving. That one should be up there as well. Here. Yeah, these are all here. 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 There. That one should go over there. And then these... Blah, blah, blah. Something like that. Like this. Doesn't have to be perfect, but I want the oldest stuff to get taken first also. And so the store will sell from the top down. And so that's why I have them sorted the way that I do. Ooh, these should have been up there too. Wait, why did those get jacked up? I don't know. This is a special case. I'll leave it here. It's fine. These are bad too. Yeah, there's a ridiculous amount of food variety. There's mods that add even more food, which is even crazier to think about. But yes, it's crazy. There's so much food. But hey, I like food, so what are you gonna do? You know. Let's sort all these too. I do need to fill that in with the rest of the food, so maybe I should do that part first. Let's see. These are all fresher, but they're starting to spoil more because they're not in a good storage. So let's put those up here. Even though they're out of order slightly, they should be fine. And then the rest of these have to stay down here until I can have room for them. But yeah, it's insane. It's insane how much food variety they've added to the game. But by adding the likes and dislikes and the balanced diet effect and the variety bonus and the tastiness bonus, you really get some variance in the amount of the types of foods that you want to eat as well. Somebody's here. That's Joe in a steam truck. Should probably put an order in for a steam truck. Although I may just wait until they start making the industrial trucks, the diesel trucks, and then convince somebody to just sell me their steam truck for half price or something. You're free of your cuddles now? That's good. Just merge that stack all together. Those are all pretty much the same. Those are pretty much the same. Those are not too bad. Tighten this all up here. There we go. These can come up here. Yeah. The only problem is there's so much food now, it's hard to keep track of everything. Oop, there's a salad. That should be up there somewhere. Or not. You guys can come down here. You can come down here. There's another food. More food, prepared food, more prepared food. Meat, cheese, milling items can't go into the silo, so I keep them in here. Those can be stacked. Sun cheese, I can just stack those, that'll be fine. But yeah, the amount of food that I make is just a small portion of it all. It's pretty crazy. Well, that's different stuff. There's sugar and flour look almost the same. A little hard to tell. These are blue because they don't rot. They're down there. This is prime cut. Scrap meat. And I should have my cart here somewhere. There it is. Move all this up here. Ooh. More prepared food coming out. There we are. Oil. Tomatoes go up here. Tomatoes again. Beets. Raw meat goes here. Corn. And oil goes there. Okay, now I need to go back to TZ's house and get some more stuff. Yeah, cooking is actually kind of complicated to keep up with. This is the first time I've really done cooking for a bunch of other people. So it's kind of a revelation to me. TZ's got her garage here. But I'm enjoying it. I usually do mining and then masonry or iron smelting or something. Okay, so we needed rice flour. I was going to buy it out. And then huckleberry extract. I think I bought 100 of that before, or tried to buy 100 of that before. All the simple syrup. And I think that was it. I think it was just 3 things I removed. Right? I might be able to carry this. Nope, can't carry it. It's full. There's probably something in here. Yeah. That's fine. Drag the cart. But I've got... I have over 1,500 hours in this game in Steam, and I have quite a few hours, I don't know how many because I don't have a way of tracking it, but quite a few hours in the standalone, like the version you can download from the developers directly. So, go around the tree this way, I think. I need to move that piece of trash that's sitting there. So, I've got maybe itching up on 2,000 hours in the game. Across many, many different servers and some solo plays. It's a bit of a thing, but I enjoy it a lot, so I keep playing it. This up here. Let's go with here. There. And then I have this stuff. And also, you have some more of those. Okay, there we go. I think that'll cover everything we made, except until somebody comes and buys more crap, and then we'll have to figure out what to do about that. I should probably set up another batch of meat stocks once I can here. I probably could rearrange some of this stuff too. You are done, almost. We'll finish that up. There's 8 minutes on the shark fillet or soup. How am I doing on power here? Got a whole stack of power. So this will last me 10 hours. We're not going to be cooking that long. But I could set up another batch of meat stock here. Because I use it a lot. It's used for the simmered meat. It's used for the something or other. Go back downstairs. In the blue room. And it was... What did I want the prime cuts for? The agouti enchiladas. We have one of those available. But also, they're using the banjiao, which I haven't even priced out yet because I haven't been able to get reliable prime cuts yet. So I do need a lot of them, Joe, if you're still listening. And seared meat needs them as well. And that I have set up a recipe for, so I want to actually set up some more of those. I think I'll try to do 20, although I don't have enough for 20. So maybe I'll just do 10. I don't have enough for 10 either, but we'll set up 10 and it'll just sit there. And yeah, I actually need more raw sausage. I didn't buy enough. So I'll have to go buy some more. Or maybe Joe can bring me some more. Yeah, prime cuts become a high demand item, or high whatever usage item, but they're also very expensive for the butchers, or the butchers to make. So that 100 that I have on my buy order is not a joke. I do need a lot of them. And then prepared meat, I need for fried hare haunches, loaded taro fries, pad thai, simmered meat, and the smooth gut noodle recipe, which I don't think I'm making yet. The most high demand thing. What was everybody demanding earlier that I wasn't able to bake enough of fast enough? Crimson salad is actually pretty in high demand, which is why I set up more of them to be made. I think they're still being made. Meat is usually pretty high demand. Seared meat and or some of the other stuff. Seared meat's pretty good though, but the simmered meat's actually sells pretty well. Do I have simmered meat set up going? Oh, got lost there for a second. No, I should set up some more simmered meat too. If one of these finishes before we log off tonight, I should shift you over to get you done faster. Shift this over. It's actually put... Yeah. It's probably the least bad thing I can do. So any of the meat dishes sell pretty well because there aren't as many meat dishes as there are vegetable dishes. And you need that balanced diet. This wheel over here should be all parts equal. As you can see, I'm a little low on the green, which is vitamins. It should be all parts equal to get that highest balanced diet bonus. So... Oh, I need vegetable soup made too. Crap. I don't have a spot for that yet. We'll have to make that. And simmered meat. Vegetable soup and simmered meat. Yeah, I should make some. Let's see. What I need is something that's high in vitamins. Not necessarily in carbs, but in vitamins. Beet campfire salad's pretty good on that. But I should start from over here where I have stuff that's... Yeah. No. Vegetable soup's not bad on that either. But I'm full now, so I can't eat it anymore. Both these fires are going, but they're down to their last bits. What are you out of? Oh, the charred meat, right. I don't have any raw meat left. Yeah. I could use a bit more raw meat too, Joe, if you're listening still. Just straight up. Like, I think I got a buy order for 50 or something. 20. I should up that to 50 again. because I do need it for that stew, or maybe 40. Scroll down here. Where's my meat section at? There it is. Raw meat, 40. No, you can take whatever professions you want. You have to find and read a book, or you have to either make a book, which means you need to have these books here. Each profession beyond the first sort of tier of them, which is about 4 or 5, require you to read a scroll from this book. The books are created here at this research desk, and so are the papers. The papers require different ingredients depending on what the paper is for. So, like agriculture here requires dirt and raw food and crops. These ones here require a bunch of different fertilizers made, as well as some raw food. If I come down here to culinary, which is how I made the book that I have, I used Culinary Basics. These ones take fried vegetables and campfire salads. The gray icon means that it's a tag. It's a group of things. So there are 5 different kinds of fried vegetables, which I never really made for the server, by the way, because it was hard to get anything to fry them in, tallow or oil at the time, so I really didn't make any. And then the campfire salads are these 4 different types of salads that we're making currently. So that makes a culinary research paper. There's also recipes for culinary research paper basics for using fish and using meat. So if you have a greater supply of fish or meat, you can char the fish and char the meat to make meat into papers as well. And then you take those papers, you take 15 of them exactly, actually, as well as 10 metallurgy basic papers, which are made by a miner, I think. Metallurgy research basic, yeah, mining. They need 10 ore times per paper times 10 papers. Cooking, where we at? There we are. And then 15 generic basic papers. So depending on what you have available, if you have more of the meat and the vegetables available, you could make more of these. I think a lot of people use either stone or wood basics. So there's dendrology basics, which are just wood. 20 wood makes 1 paper, and there's also geology basic, which is 30 stone makes 1 paper. So 30 rocks, I guess, not stone. So you can make these papers, you can make the books from the papers, and then you read the pages, and that unlocks these different professions here. So I have anything you see that where the icon is in color, I've read the book. I haven't taken the profession, but I've read the book. And then anything where you see the icon is... No, actually, the icons aren't in color. Are still in color. But anything you see the star, that's what it is. Anything you see the star, I've read the book. So I've read the baking book, but I haven't read the advanced baking book yet. Cutting edge cooking, don't bother. There's not anything there that's useful. Anything where you see the star that's lit up gold, I have that already. So I have mining, I have logging, and then I have these 3 cooking. That's how I spent my 5 stars so far. Anything that doesn't have any stars, I haven't read the books. It has the black star. I haven't learned the skill yet. But as long as you read the book, or the page rather, you can unlock to be able to skill into it. And then throughout the game, you earn these skill point stars by gathering experience points. Experience points are given by the food you eat and the house you've built, but specifically decorated. So the food you eat gives you a certain score here, and we've looked at that the screen a few times in nutrition here, and the wheel, and the favorites, and the cravings, and things like that. I can't stop thinking about wild stew. I need to eat a wild stew, apparently. And then we have this residency thing, which you can have as many claims as you want. And that's this claim flag here on my number 0 button. Allows you to claim and unclaim plots of land. So I have everything that's green here is land I've claimed. The pink is a cursor. But I can claim more land. Like I could claim this if I want. I probably should claim this because I've been working on this. Or working at this. Everything here that's green I've claimed. Everything that's not green, I haven't claimed. And then you can see other people's claims, like TZ's over there are pink. TZ also has random other claims. Mine are all connected, but TZ has these other pink ones here and other claims scattered around the world where she's doing different types of farming. Only one group of claims can be your house, your residency. And in that residency, you need to build a building of some kind, like I have here, with different rooms in it, and the rooms have rules on how they're able to be built. And then you decorate it with different things. So I have a chair and a shelf cabinet, and the elk mount here, of course. And this makes my living room. TZ's going to surround me and force me out like a large corporate developer. No, because she likes my food. Let's see. So my living room here has a certain amount of points that it generates based on the items I have and the blocks that I built it with. So because it's mostly this hewn logs, which is a very basic block, it doesn't give me that much skill. The bricks that are on this wall that's shared with the kitchen give me a bit more. If I had like the blue room downstairs where the stove is, that gives me a bit more because it's a higher tier. There are 4 tiers of blocks, by the way. Well, 5 if you count tier 0. Well, hello, Kakyoku. I appreciate the share of the eco server. We host our own servers, and I haven't really played on anybody else's servers, but I do a lot of playing here on servers that we host and provide ourselves. But thank you for the offer advertisement. So this is reinforced concrete. It's a tier 3, so if I built a house out of it, it would give me a little bit more bonus. This is all hewn here. Tier 1. Yep, thank you. Oh well. It was kind of a lot. Yeah, I almost did too, and then I actually read it. It was kind of a lot for the first message. I would have probably appreciated a hello, simple hello first, but that's fine. So you claim your place where you want to claim as your residency. You build a building, you stuff it with stuff. I have a bathroom here, so I have a latrine, a wooden latrine, and a washboard. And then I have a bedroom that's back here with just a bed and a nightstand in it. So it's kind of I haven't spent a whole lot of time decorating. It's kind of a simple house. You're reading, forget it, yeah. So I'm only getting 25.4 points out of it. Most of it's my kitchen, really, because these give a lot of points. All this stuff gives a lot of points in the kitchen here. And I have 2 kitchens because the blue room downstairs is also a kitchen. So I have a lot of kitchen points there. And that, so each segment to this pie. So you can mouse over them as we were looking at earlier. So I can look at Joe. He has no achievements, which I don't know if I have any. I don't know if the achievements, if there are even any achievements now to get. His reputation is esteemed, which you can gain reputation. Mine is as well. You can gain reputation by doing things for other people, and they can give you reputation points. Tells you where they're at, whether they're logged in or not, where they're physically at, and you can actually click to zoom to them in the map. It shows you the skills they have here. So Joe has hunting. In the hunting tree, Joe has butchery and hunting maxed out at 7, carpentry at 7, or logging at 7, carpentry at 5, a gatherer in the farming tree at 5, and of course the self-improvement under survivalist, which everybody has, 5 at that. He's in these 3 demographics. A long-term player, which means that he's a citizen whose active days is greater than half, divided by the world age in days, is greater than or equal to half. So he's been around for he's been active for at least half the world age. Let's see. There are 16 of us that are in that long-term group, and 8 that have failed that long-term group. If they play more, they'll get more. And then he's also an active and an everyone, which those should be obvious what they are. Well, active's kind of not obvious. There's a rule. They have to be online at least a half hour in the last day and a half to be considered active. What plot they're resident of and where that plot is located on the grid. Oh, you mean their products? Yeah. So there's one screen for that. It's called the economy viewer. Everything that everybody's buying and selling that's available, not the stuff that's either I'm selling corn fritters, but they won't show up on the list because I don't have any, and I'm buying corn, but I don't need any, so that won't show up on this either. But this is everything that everybody's buying and selling that is available or is wanted right now. You can sort by the store. You can sort by the item name or the type of item, by the price. All the columns are sortable. You can also search here. So if I wanted to look up those elk tacos that I make, I can type in elk and it'll show me everything that matches elk here. Down here at the bottom, it shows you the accounts that you're in charge of, that you either manage or own. Because I'm the chief admin of the game, I have control of the bank's account, so I have that balance here, and then I have my own personal account here, and then everybody has their own personal credits by default in the game. And the currency here is something we established for this particular server. We don't always do a currency for a server. We actually haven't been for a while. So this is the first one in a long time we actually had a set currency. And then you can actually transfer money between accounts that you own or between your account. Like you can send money from yourself from an account you own to another account that you don't own, all through this transfer funds screen. It will tax if you have a tax law that taxes direct transfers. It will put a tax on that transaction. But you have to have a law that puts those into place. And the only laws that we have taxes on are, or the only law that has a tax is the digging under the bank one. So, also on the screen, your income and expenses, I think, shows if you're actually charging somebody rent while he's utilizing from the bank ARC. Yep. Well, the money from that goes straight back into the treasury, which gives everybody their daily wage, so can't complain too much about it. I guess you can, but whatever. I think this shows if you're paying rent to somebody, or if you're charging rent to somebody. So like Joe and Dan are sharing a residence. Joe could charge Dan rent to live there, and then Joe would have that showing up here as a rent item. And then debts are maybe rent due, but also you can give loans, which actually might be also here. I'm not sure where that goes exactly, or maybe rent paid out goes here, and then this is for loans. I'm not sure. I don't do that too much. So there's not shipping and logistics. The only way you can move items is by loading them into a vehicle for kind of long distance stuff. Shorter distance, you can use what I was kind of doing before. Here in the storage, you can shift items between storages that are within a range of each other, which is like 12 blocks, 12 meters or so. You can move things around between those storages. Just by drag dropping. But no, if you want to move things long distance, the server's not that big. Our server is 800 by 800 meters, so it's not that big. But if you want to move things long distance, you're using a cart or a truck to move those things around, and you're driving it yourself. There's not anything automated or anything like that, at least not yet. There used to be, a long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, there used to be a mod that I loved called like Transport Pipes, created by a modder named Kurthos. It just clicked in my brain what the name was, who no longer plays the game and so therefore no longer does mods for the game. But when they were playing, they created a bunch of mods, including this one called Transport Pipes, which you can actually make these pipes. You can make a lower end of them out of wood and higher end out of plastic, I think, or something. And you could connect them up with these adapters, basically. They're kind of like loaders. Like if you play a factory game that has like Factorio or something that they can have loaders in, where you attach the loader to the edge of a stockpile. Let me climb upstairs. Giant meat. Yes, I'm being bombarded by critters here. Joe, come over here and kill some critters. So these are stockpiles. They're just a fenced off little area, and they fill up with stuff like that one right there is, or like that one down there is, on the ground way down there. Hey, Lemur, welcome. We're playing some Eco. So, and so you could attach these loaders to the side of a stockpile, and then you could connect these pipe blocks between those stockpiles, and you could program them to say, okay, I want this item to exit out of this loader to continue along the pipe, and you could send items, like if you were down deep in a mine. You have an Ecoding Forever? How is it? Oh, it's a lot of fun. Between Calidorn and I, we host servers every so often, whenever there's demand and things like that from the communities. But we've been playing this one now for about 3 weeks, and it's always a load of fun. I'm just giving Anna a little bit of a tutorial on how different things work in the game, because the game is super complex and huge, and even though there's bugs, it's still a great game. So we play it fairly often. I mean, we go through dry patches, but then we play it a lot too. So, it's kind of one of those games you always come back to. But you can send items, like if you're down deep in a mine, you could transport all the stuff you're mining. Like if you're mining ore or something way down deep underground, transport it all up to the surface where you're smelting it, and they would carry it up those pipes, which is a really cool mod. And I was sad to see that when like a version came out. Oh, thanks, Lemur, for the sub. Much appreciated. Eco needs more love. I agree. I wish more people. There's that Joe cruising by in his automobile over there. Yep, that's Joe. You gonna back down here? Okay. There was a mod. It was great, and I should talk to the Elixir guy and see if he's interested in trying to resurrect that mod. Yeah, there's cars in Eco. There's the steam truck. There's the putt-putt, the powered cart, which is garbage. But then there's the steam truck, and there's the industrial truck, the diesel truck, and then there's also a skid steer, an excavator, and a crane that you can make at the end. Oh, you haven't played since. Oh, wow, yeah. You should play again. There's been a lot of changes to the game. Since then. Yeah, well, there were Steam trucks, I think, back then. First month when it was out on Steam, like in 2018? Or first month, like, when they first released the game on their own. Which was sometime before that. I've been playing since. Oh wow! So you've been playing in ages, like version 4 or 5. No, this is version 9. Oh, 2016, 2017, probably, yeah. You're probably playing on like version 5, maybe 6. When it came to Steam, it was in the middle of somewhere of version 7, 0.7, and that was in 2018. That's when I picked it up, like spring of 2018. And I've been playing it since then. Let me shoot. Yep. There's a lot that's changed then. I mean, there's more than I know, but I can poke you if you want next time because I mean, we're 3 weeks in. You could definitely jump in now and, poke around and play around a bit. But if you're interested, I can always reach out to you when we do another one. You can start from the beginning then too. It was 2018, so that was version 7 then. Because that's when I started. It was 2018. But there's been a lot since then. There's what about a crab corpse, Joe? I don't see a crab corpse. It's probably despawned or slipped across the map or something. Yeah, no, not a crab corpse for me. So it's not there. Yeah, lag or misbehaviors or whatever. But yeah, we do. We do servers every so often. We back when it first came out in 2018, we did like 7 or something servers almost right in a row, back to back, like between 2 and 4 weeks spent in each one. Tore through the content crazy fast, and started again. Tore through the content crazy fast and started again. There's things like these now, these grain silos, all kinds of fun stuff. Joe or Lemur. The industrial components have gotten a lot more advanced since then. Ore no longer spawns in just bands underground. It's actually in clumps underground and in specific biomes now. Oh, there are issues. I will be the first to tell you there are issues with the game for sure, Anna. But to me at least, the fun outweighs the issues, and at least with us, I can't speak for playing on other servers, but at least with us, we're very fair-minded admins. So if something isn't right, and it's either a bug with the server, with the game, or allow somebody to do some sort of exploit, or even if somebody's griefing, we will help you recover from that. Like we don't like leave it hands off and make you deal with it on your own. So yeah, we're a very fair-minded group of admins. Myself and Caladorn are the sort of, host admins or whatever, and then we have a few in-game admins that are more like moderators. A jaguar actually clawed and gave a blood spray on your screen. Is that something you can turn on and off? That might be something you can turn on and off. It'd probably be... No? Be probably here with arachnophobia mode, I would think, kind of thing. Huh, I don't know. But yeah, there were a lot of issues with the game. A lot of lag issues. That's what I was talking about earlier, with like the chunks of stone and the bits of wood laying around. There used to be a mod where you basically just run it and it cleaned up all that crap that people left laying around, because it would speed the game up radically just by having that, by doing that. So we would run that periodically, but it's gotten a lot more stable recently, and we're actually running a couple of versions behind, minor versions behind, like bug fix patches behind, because of the mods and because of my schedule. I really haven't had time to... the mods have been updated, at least preliminarily, but I haven't had time to evaluate the most current version of the game with the most current version of the mods to make sure that it's still going to be stable and work. So that's on my schedule to do yet, but I haven't had time to do it yet. So, but yeah, there's a lot to this game, and with all the different professions, I've counted them up one time, and you can always mod in. Mods can create professions too. So some of the mods we've played with in the past have added in a couple of different professions, but like there's 6 if you count the crappy one here, doesn't have anything in it. In cooking, there's 5 here, so that's 11. There's 4 here, so that's 15, 20. 24, 26, 28. I'm not going to count that one. 29 different professions in the game. On a high collaboration server like we have, you'll probably... I think most of us, if not all of us, are at 5 stars now. At day 21 or 22, wherever we're at. You can definitely make it more difficult, make it higher collaboration where it takes longer to get stars to take different professions. But and you can speed that up by eating better food, by building a bigger, more decorative house, because you earn stars faster the more of these two sets of points you have. But eventually it just becomes like diminishing returns kind of thing. Like each star is further and further apart. So you probably should only... if you're on a high collaboration server, I wouldn't expect to get more than 6 or 7 stars in a month. And that's really all the longer most servers last. I think we're kind of approaching the end game text now with our server. So I think that, I don't know how many more days it'll be before people will start kind of wandering off. They've kind of already started a little bit. We still have quite a few active players, maybe 10 or 12 of the 16 or so that were listed under the long term or whatever. So I think some of those are going to start falling off a little, but it's still pretty active this far, which I'm glad for, because sometimes the activity just falls off. But there by default there's a meteor. That's the moon, not the meteor. But by default there's a meteor, and it's actually like a 30-day timer on the server, and we don't usually turn it on because of the because we don't want to make everybody feel like they have to rush. But I may spawn one in once we're ready for it to give them something to shoot lasers at the meteor to destroy it. Am I out of fuel again already? Nope, I'm not. Okay, I just need more supplies. Alright, I cooked everything that I needed electricity for. One of the cool things with the electricity is if there's nothing drawing your electricity, it shuts off the generators that take fuel. So you don't use fuel unnecessarily, which is kind of a cool thing. And all this pink in the water is pollution, by the way. I am polluting quite a bit here when that generator is running. There's a bit of air pollution, as you can see here, from both this hotspot where my exhaust comes out from my stove, and then also this huge hotspot here where this steam engine is. It pollutes like crazy. And then it actually creates ground pollution too. And it pollutes out into the water. So you, because you have like the fallout from the air pollution creates ground pollution. So, and it pollutes out into the water. So you end up with a lot of pollution going on here. And this is TZ's doing some oil drilling down here and some refining. And so it's not air polluting as much, but the ground pollution is horrible here. Maybe because it's not running currently. So air pollution is kind of an interesting thing because it falls out. So if this sits overnight, it'll go away, the air pollution will, but the ground pollution stays. And TZ's doing so much oil drilling and refining that she's polluted like crazy over here. Holy crap. Yeah. So there's that. But the game has all this stuff is being simulated. All the mechanics of the game are being simulated. Here's the oil stuff, by the way. Refineries are here. You turn petroleum, which comes out of the ground, into plastic and epoxy and gasoline. And I think she's doing the oil drilling over here someplace. Over here, yep. Because this happens to be one of the oil fields. World oil field. One of the best oil fields on the map is right here. The best one is over here, which has been claimed, and I don't think it's being used. But it's one of the best ones, so she claimed that one early on. And is doing a lot of oil pumping here. And then that comes over here to the to be refined, and then she's selling the oil products here, rubber as well, synthetic rubber and nylon. There are 5 products that come out of oil drilling here. All right, so it's about time for me to wrap up. But yeah, all this pink in the water is actually pollution. So it's killing plants, and it's causing. You can see even here, like the sand, it's got like this dark sootiness to it. But if I come way up here, away from the pollution, it's smooth and pretty smooth and golden. So that sootiness is the pollution showing up in the sand even. So, and then you can see the dirt's kind of weird and gray looking. That's the pollution. Just time. It'll go away with time. If I stopped running this steam engine, if I stopped using this stove, in a few days, the pollution in my area would go down. If you pollute too much, the sea levels will rise. So everything that's currently just above sea level, the sea level will rise up and then flood it. So you got to keep that in mind too with the game, is that when the sea level rises, you better you want to be able to stop using coal-fired stuff. Your pollution, Joe, is probably I don't know. Turn that off. Air pollution. Let's see. This is you, right? You have none because you're not doing anything that burns, are you? Eris has a lot of ground pollution. Why does Eris have ground pollution? Oh, because she's generating electricity. So it's all the fallout from the stuff as well. Marshall's got a bit of ground pollution. Must be doing some electricity here too. Cooking doesn't produce any pollution unless you're using a stove and maybe a bakery oven. But even the cast iron stoves don't pollute anymore. They used to, but these pipes here are just decorative. They don't actually have an exhaust anymore. So unless he's using the advanced cooking stove, this one, or maybe the bakery oven, he's not polluting. Yep, but the cast iron stoves don't pollute. There's no tab for pollution anymore, or smog or whatever it's called here. Like there is there's no CO2 emission thing here in the status tab. Fire by Trial, welcome. Thank you for the raid. We're just actually wrapping up, but I appreciate the raid. Welcome everyone. We are playing Eco on our community server that is shared between myself and Caledorn. We're 3 weeks or so in. We're just getting to the end of the... I have Dan. There's definitely pollution. Yeah. Good old Eco. Yes, it is a great game. Let's give you a little shout out here. And actually, let's give a few more shout outs out. We're about 3 weeks into Eco. We're getting to the end game text now, I think, just barely. Electronics is starting up good. Oil drilling is going like crazy. Industry is getting ready to really dig in. Make some of the end game vehicles and stuff for us. So we have a lot to do yet. But we've just started. We have one person making ashlar. We have at least one person, I think, working on composite lumber. I think. Yep, one person working on composite lumber. So we're coming along pretty nicely here. Let's give a couple more shout outs here to Lemur. And Joe, all fellow streamers, I appreciate the popping ins and the chattings and all the lurking, and of course the raid. You played this game a bit, have your own server with a buddy for a bit, never finish it. Yeah, it's a lot of work to finish, especially if you're not playing with a large enough group. If you're playing just like 1 or 2 people, it's a lot of work to complete. Definitely since 9, even since 8, version 8. 7 wasn't so bad to solo. I've done it myself at least once, but beyond that, it's really tough to solo. There's just a lot to do with all the industrial stuff, all the technological stuff. So I haven't soloed it to completion myself since 7, which was like 4 years ago or something. But anyways, we're gonna wrap up. It's time for me to go to sleep. I have to get up for work in the morning, so let's find ourselves a raid target. I think a good raid target would be... I think we'll raid Runesun. He's playing Valheim. It's another game that's on my list of things I'd like to play at some point, but who knows when I'll get the chance. Same issue. Yeah, I love this game. I've got 1,500 hours plus in Steam. And, work early tomorrow, that too, yeah. And a bunch of more hours on the standalone version, or the direct from the developer version. So I have a lot of hours in the game, but I love it. Most of the time I stay in the mining stone or iron trees, but I decided to do cooking this time because my personal availability is pretty thin. So I decided to do something that I could sit and forget a little bit better. But we'll see how that goes. 4 a.m. Yuck, Anna, that's horrible. All right, well, we're gonna wrap up. Thanks everyone for the chats and the redeems. Thank you guys for the subs, Anna and Lemur, much appreciated. And thank you, Fire by Trial, for the raid. We're gonna raid Runesun. Stick around for the raid. Say hello if you don't mind. Stick around anyway if you are at all able to, you get a few extra channel points for doing so, and it also makes the channel look good on the raid by having a lot of raiders coming through. So stick around. We'll be back again on Thursday for some more Captain of Industry, I think. And then Saturday might be Captain of Industry, or might be the new game that I've been teasing but not saying for a couple weeks now. I definitely need to get it started soon. So if not Saturday, then very soon after. And then, of course, Friday is community game night in Discord. If you're interested in playing pickup types games, Among Us type games, or Jackbox or something like that. We do different types of games. I set up a poll sometime in the afternoon on Friday, and folks can vote, and then we play whatever wins the vote. Assuming enough people show up to play whatever that wins the vote. We start at about 9:30 Eastern US time in the evening, and go for about an hour and a half. Just a quick end of week relaxation session. So if you're interested in playing games like that, pop into my Discord and fill out the poll, or answer the poll on Friday afternoon, and then stop in for the game on Friday night. Otherwise, thank you all for coming tonight. I appreciate everything, and I will see you all again on Thursday. Have a good one. Bye for now.